Doug, how do you explain the defense being so poor at the opening of all three games this year?
Yeah, I think that, obviously we're not executing well. I think that's the first thing you got to look at. I think we have to, see what we can do to help. I mean, tonight we pressured more than we have, first, second, and third down. Trying to get a team off track, try to get them off the field. That's something that, it's disappointing. It's something that we're going to be working on. And, obviously that puts you in a bind. Like you said, you never feel like you're in a rhythm of the game. And, I think we all understand that. It's not something that, we're looking at and trying to defend. We just got to figure out a way to get better at it.
Thanks, Hayes. All right, let's go to D-Rock and then Mark Long.
Doug, along that same vein, why not take the ball first if the defense has struggled as much, especially those first 2 weeks?
Yeah, what was the question?
Taking the ball first.
Yeah, I think that's something that I'll look at. I think, just from a standpoint of, trying to overall philosophy of, trying to put the defense out on the field first and make the offense execute. It's kind of been a philosophy, but obviously it's something that, we'll look at and see if we have to change it.
Could you give us an injury update on Leon Jacobs, Lingard, Wright, and talk about Cam's ejection?
All right, who do these guys know? Who?
Andrew Winger.
Yeah, I haven't talked to the doctors yet. I can give you guys an update tomorrow on the injuries. Leon, I know, will be out.
What about Cam's ejection?
Yeah, I didn't see much of it. All I saw Cam on the bottom. And I saw the officials jump in there. The official told me afterwards that, I guess he jumped on him. And Cam went to push him off him. So he touched the official. That's what I was told. So, can't touch an official.
Thanks, D-Rock. All right, let's go to Mark Long, then John Shipley, and then me, O'Brien.
So just how disappointed was it to offensively to not turn the ball over and struggle on third down, even in the red zone a little bit? The things that you did so well the first two games really just kind of backfired on you.
Yeah, I just thought, I just felt like we weren't, in sync. I think when, they started out and, he was like 11 for 11 at that point, and they wound up scoring. I felt, we had a good drive, then we had a drop. I thought, the last turnover, he tried to push it down the field, late in the game. You're going to take shots that way. I wish we would have hit the shot and cover zero right at the end of the third quarter. I thought that was a good decision by him to throw the ball there. I wish we would have hit that one. But really at the, at the end of it, it's just, it's you just felt like we weren't playing, in sync of, how we want to play, with, play action, run, and mixing everything in there. We just felt like we were chasing, and I just felt that way during the game.
Thanks, Mark. All right, let's go to John Shipley, and then we'll finish up with me, O'Brien.
Hey, Coach. I mean, you just alluded to Fitzpatrick starting off 11 for 11. It seems like slow starts have really been the biggest problem this year. I mean, what can you guys really point to for why the starts on both offense and defense have been like they have been?
I think when you look at any team and people don't start off well, it's probably going to be, a lack of execution. I mean, it's just I don't think that you can really say anything more than that. I mean, so we've got to do a better job of executing early on. I think right now the teams that we played have done a better job than we have. Really, at the end of the day, so. We just got to keep, challenging ourselves to step up and get off the field and offensively be able to move the football.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, John. All right, let's finish up with Mia.
Hey, Doug, all the guys really echoed throughout this week that the last 2 weeks, even when you were down, it didn't feel like you were down. What was the vibe on the sideline tonight, and when did you sense maybe a change, if there was one, in what you saw the previous weeks when you guys were faced with a deficit?
No, I just think it gets a little bit more difficult, depending on what you're seeing. Meaning that teams will get a lead. They're not going to let you take shots down the field. I think that, we were able to get the ball in the intermediate section of it and break some tackles, but we never really were able to make a play to ever, in any of the phases to really swing the momentum, of the game where you can get it back and feel like, okay, here we go. We were trying to get to a point where we can, maybe get it, to where it gets back to a 1-score game, and we just weren't able to do that.
Did it feel like, third quarter that this game had already gotten away, or what was the vibe, especially having such a young roster? What did you see from your guys?
I think in this day and age, I think, these guys, again, it's a team that goes out there and they play to play. It might not be the execute real well in the beginning, but they got a lot of pride. They understand we're going to keep getting better and keep working on those things that you've seen. So you're not gonna. The one thing I don't worry about this team is kind of vibes or hanging your head. I mean, I'm not gonna. I know I'm gonna do my best to make sure that doesn't happen. I didn't see that. I think we were just obviously we had a couple of guys that were injured. That was kind of that always is tough. And then a couple of calls go against you, and that's tough too. But we've got to be able to overcome those things.
Thanks, Mia. All right. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time.